The Wealth Playbook: How to get approved for an apartment with bad credit in 2026. Your credit score is in the 500s, maybe lower. You have collections on your report, maybe a broken lease, maybe even an eviction from years ago. Every apartment application comes back denied, and you are running out of options. The apartment complexes run your credit through a computer, and the computer says no. No explanation, no appeal, no exceptions. But here is what nobody tells you. People with terrible credit sign leases every single day. They just know strategies that most people do not. Here are 9 ways to get approved for an apartment with bad credit in 2026. If you are new here, subscribe. We cover real strategies to build wealth and solve money problems every single day, especially for people the system has written off. Strategy 1. Stop applying to large corporate apartment complexes and go to private landlords. This is the single most important piece of advice in this entire video. Large apartment complexes and property management companies run your credit through automated screening software called tenant screening services. Companies like TransUnion SmartMove, RentPrep, and AppFolio score you automatically. If your credit score is below their threshold, usually 600 to 650, or if you have any collections, evictions, or broken leases on your report, the software auto-rejects you. There is no human being reviewing your application. There is no room for explanation or context. It is a computer saying no, and nobody overrides the computer. Private landlords, individual people who own 1 to 5 rental properties, operate completely differently. They do not use automated screening software. They make their own decisions based on their own judgment. They can look at your whole picture: your job stability, your current income, your rental references, your story, and the person standing in front of them. A private landlord can decide to rent to you even if your credit score is 480, because they are making a human decision, not a computer decision. Find private landlords on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, Zillow's for rent by owner filter, apartments.com owner-listed properties, and by driving through neighborhoods you want to live in and looking for rent signs in windows. When you see a for rent sign with a phone number, that is almost always a private landlord. Strategy 2. Offer a larger security deposit. When you meet with a private landlord, lead with honesty and a solution. Say, "I want to be completely upfront with you. My credit is not great right now. I went through, briefly explain your situation. A job loss, a divorce, a medical issue, whatever is true. But I have stable income now, and I am committed to being a great tenant. I am willing to put down a larger security deposit, 1.5 to 2 months rent, instead of the standard 1 month, to give you extra security and show you I am serious." This works because it directly addresses the landlord's biggest fear, which is that you will not pay rent and they will lose money. A larger security deposit reduces that financial risk significantly. Many landlords will overlook bad credit entirely when a tenant offers double the security deposit and demonstrates stable employment. Strategy 3. Show proof of income. Make the math undeniable. Your credit score tells a landlord about your past. Your income tells them about your future. Bring printed copies of your last 3 pay stubs, a verification of employment letter from your HR department or supervisor, and your last 2 bank statements showing consistent deposits. If your monthly gross income is 2.5 to 3 times the monthly rent, many private landlords will approve you regardless of your credit score. Show them the math on paper. Say, "Here is my monthly income, $4,200. The rent is $1,400. That leaves $2,800 after rent for all my other expenses. I have never missed a payment in my current living situation, and I have the financial capacity to pay this rent comfortably every month." When you present organized documentation and clear math, you look responsible, which is what the landlord actually cares about. If this is helping you right now, subscribe. Tomorrow I am covering another strategy that solves a major financial problem most people feel stuck on. Strategy 4. Get a cosigner. A cosigner is someone with good credit who agrees to be legally responsible for the rent if you do not pay. The cosigner does not need to live with you. Parents, siblings, and close friends are the most common cosigners. If your cosigner has a credit score above 700 and stable income, many landlords, including some corporate complexes, will approve your application. Be transparent with your cosigner about the risks. If you miss rent payments, the landlord can pursue the cosigner for the money, and it could damage their credit. Treat this arrangement with the seriousness it deserves. A cosigner is putting their financial reputation on the line for you. Honor that by paying on time every single month. Strategy 5. Offer to prepay rent upfront. If you have savings from a tax refund, an insurance settlement, or disciplined saving, offer to pay 3 to 6 months of rent in advance at the time of lease signing. This eliminates almost all of the landlord's risk. Even the strictest landlord will seriously consider a tenant who walks in and says, "I will write you a check for 6 months of rent today." Not every person can do this, but if you have the cash available, it can transform a rejection into an approval. Strategy 6. Write a personal letter of explanation. In addition to your application, write a one-page letter addressed directly to the landlord. Explain your credit situation honestly. What happened? When did it happen? What have you done since then to get back on track? What is different about your life now compared to when those credit problems occurred? This letter humanizes you. The landlord is not looking at a credit score anymore. They are reading about a real person who went through a difficult period and has taken concrete steps to recover. A sincere, well-written letter combined with proof of strong income and a larger security deposit can change a no to a yes more often than you would think. Landlords are people. Most of them have experienced financial difficulty at some point in their own lives. An honest letter resonates. Strategy 7. Use rent reporting to build your credit fast. If you are currently renting somewhere, even informally, even from a friend or family member, services like Rental Karma, Rent Track, and Boom will report your on-time rent payments directly to the credit bureaus. Adding 12 months of on-time rent payments to your credit history can boost your score by 20 to 40 points. When you apply for your next apartment, you can show a documented track record of consistent on-time rent payments, even if the rest of your credit report is messy. Some of these services cost as little as $5 to $10 per month, and the credit score improvement far outweighs the cost. Strategy 8. Look for no credit check apartments and rooms. Some landlords and property managers explicitly advertise no credit check required. These listings are common in private rentals, roommate situations, and some income-qualified housing programs. Search Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace for no credit check apartments in your city. Additionally, Section 8 Housing Choice Voucher apartments do not deny applicants based on credit score in most jurisdictions. If you have a housing voucher, the landlord is guaranteed rent payment from the government. Your credit score becomes essentially irrelevant to their financial risk. If this is giving you hope, subscribe now. We cover strategies like this every single day. Strategy 9. Sublet legally. If you cannot get approved for a lease in your own name despite trying every strategy on this list, you can rent a room or sublet an apartment from someone who already has an active lease. Websites like Spare Room, Roomies, and Roomster connect people looking for roommates and sublet opportunities. You pay rent to the existing leaseholder, not directly to the landlord, so your credit is not checked. Before entering a subletting arrangement, make sure the original lease allows subletting, most do with landlord approval, and get the agreement in writing to protect both parties. Here is your action plan starting tonight. Stop wasting application fees on large corporate apartment complexes with automated screening that will reject you. Search Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, and Zillow for private landlord listings in your target area. When you find a listing, call or text the landlord directly. Do not just submit an online application. Have an honest 15-minute conversation about your situation before you pay an application fee. Bring your pay stubs, offer a larger deposit, write a personal letter, and offer a cosigner if you have one available. Stack as many of these strategies as you can in a single application, and you will find a landlord who says yes. Subscribe to the Wealth Playbook for daily strategies to turn what you have into what you need. Hit the bell so you never miss a play. And watch our video on how to raise your credit score 100 points in 90 days so your next apartment application is even easier. Link in the description.